Joe. Crazy Joe. Yeah, I'm Crazy Joe. I be running through the snow. Got no pants, got no shirt, got no mother.
Good morning. Welcome back to Crazy Joe's Concession Stand. I'm Crazy Joe. We have another physical media review today. Today, it is for a classic 80s film that is celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. One of the Brat Pack films of the 80s. I know that's a controversial term, but there you go. St. Elmo's Fire. St. Elmo's Fire, starring almost the entirety of the Brat Pack. Came out in 1985. Directed by Joel Schumacher, who's probably, by our generation, best remembered for his work on Batman. Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, which it's kind of a shame. Joel Schumacher, great filmmaker, made a lot of great movies, but he kind of tanked the Batman franchise, and that kind of became his legacy. Because despite all the great movies he made, everyone just remembers he made the worst Batman movies. It doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem fair. It's like if you remember George Lucas, but you forget Star Wars and only remember Howard the Duck. That's not fair. But anyway. St. Elmo's Fire, co-written by Joel Schumacher, directed by Joel Schumacher, starring Emilio Estevez, Demi Moore, Judd Nelson, Andrew McCarthy, Rob Lowe. Like I said, almost the entire Brat Pack. I think the only Brat Pack people who aren't in this movie are Molly Ringwald and Anthony Michael Hall. That's like it. There's a documentary. Andrew McCarthy, who's in this film, made a documentary about the Brat Pack called Brats, which you could watch on Disney Plus, I believe. I watched it. I think it was a great documentary, but they talk about who's in the Brat Pack, who was the Brat Pack. Basically, if you get down to it, if you were in the cast of St. Elmo's Fire or The Breakfast Club, that's the Brat Pack. It's St. Elmo's Fire and The Breakfast Club. Crossover between the two. Judd Nelson, Emilio Estevez, Ali Sheedy. They're in both films. But there's a couple who aren't, Anyway. What's interesting is that this film came out the same year as Breakfast Club. And it kind of gives you a lot of these actors playing young people in two different times of their life, which is weird because the movies came out the same year. But whereas The Breakfast Club is about a bunch of high school students, these are a bunch of kids who just graduated college. Same actors, same year. We're watching them in a Saturday detention, and then we're watching them graduate college. Quite a little bit jarring for the same year, but this film, there are a bunch of college graduates kind of getting out into the real world, getting on with their lives. You got characters like Rob Lowe, struggling musician who can't hold down a job. You've got Judd Nelson, who is getting into politics. It's set in Washington, D.C. He's a Democrat, works for a Democrat congressman, decides to change parties, become a Republican, work for a Republican senator. There's the rich girl. Mayor Winningham plays, the rich girl who, living off her dad's money. We've got, a good, I'm not going to give you a breakdown of every character, but a good sense of a bunch of different personality types all getting out of college and going out into the real world and how their lives go. It's a pretty good movie. It's a movie that holds your attention. It's funny at moments, it's dramatic, and it's compelling. It's a compelling watch. Where the movie falls short is that a lot of the characters are very unlikable. Judd Nelson's character, almost impossible to like in this film. Spoiler alert, he's cheating on his fiancée repeatedly. You've got Rob Lowe, who treats the women in his life terrible. You've got, I don't know. A lot of the characters aren't very likable. Andrew McCarthy might be one of the more likable ones in the film. Emilio Estevez is okay. So there's some bright spots here, but generally these aren't the most charismatic characters ever put to film. But I think it's an honest film. I think it's pretty honest about like what people at that time were like. Hard for me to say that, really. I know, because I'm 49, which means that when this movie came out, I was, well, it's 40 years old. I was 9. So I wasn't hanging out with a whole lot of people their age at age 9. So maybe that's inaccurate, but this is what I kind of gather that life was like at that time. So it seems like an honest film. You got that going for it. As for the disc itself, let's talk about, I mean, this is a 40-year-old film. It's a bit of a classic. It was not well received when it came out. Critics did not like this film, but it's definitely stood the test of time. It is considered now sort of one of the modern classics of the 80s. But let's talk about the disc itself. First of all, you get a slip sleeve. This is from Sony, by the way. You get a slip sleeve. There is a digital code in there. Redeems in 4K quality. And all you get is the 4K disc. There is no Blu-ray, 4K only. That is becoming more and more common these days, that you don't get 2 discs. And there are quite a few special features on here. I don't think there's anything new. I think all the special features are, you know what, let me show you the slip sleeve, and it might not, I think there's too much glare on the actual plastic case. So what do you get? You get a feature-length commentary by Joel Schumacher. You get a featurette. Joel Schumacher remembers St. Elmo's Fire. An original making of from '85. John Parr's Man in Motion music video and 12 deleted scenes. Okay, now, the music video. Let's talk about that. John Parr's music video, Man in Motion, the theme from St. Elmo's Fire. That song may be more memorable than the movie itself. Like, whether you've seen this movie or not, you probably know that song. That was a hit song, and it holds up. It's a heck of a song. And the video is kind of interesting because in the movie, they kind of hang out at a bar called St. Elmo's. And the video kind of shows John Parr performing on stage at the bar. So we get clips from the movie, but a lot of the characters are kind of like there because it's the bar. Interesting video, because at the end of the video, he takes a moment where he spends time with each character from the movie. He like walks by as he's singing, he walks by and looks at them and hugs them or shakes a hand. I don't know. It's just kind of funny. It's like he goes through and spends time with each character from the film. Good music video, good song. I'm glad that's on there. That's the kind of special feature you want. The making of documentaries, the Joel Schumacher featurette, that's good stuff too. It's always good to hear the filmmaker chime in. So yeah, this is a pretty good release of this film. If you are a fan, this is the definitive version of the film out now from Sony. Coming out the 24th. I'm recording this a few days early. You'll be able to get this in stores on June 24th. I want to thank Sony for sending me a review copy. And yeah, this is 40 years, man. It's an 80s classic. There's no denying it. All right, everybody. Keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open it, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander pajamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. I know we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.